Motherland, Fort Salem. Motherland, Fort Salem is an American supernatural drama television series created by Eliot Laurence that premiered on Freeform on March 18, 2020. The series stars Taylor Hickson as Raelle Collar, Jessica Sutton as Tally Craven, and Ashley Nicole Williams as Abigail Bellweather, three witches conscripted into the U.S. Army. In May 2020, the series was renewed for a second season which premiered on June 22, 2021. Premise: Motherland, Fort Salem follows Raelle Collar, Abigail Bellweather, and Tally Craven, three witches who are conscripted into the U.S. Army. They train in combat magic and use their vocal cords to enact seeds or seed sounds, layering vocal sounds to create powerful spells. The series takes place in a women-dominated world in which the U.S. ended persecution of witches 300 years ago during the Salem witch trials after an agreement known as the Salem Accord. The world finds itself at odds with a terrorist organization known as the Spree, a witch resistance group fighting against the conscription of witches. Cast and characters. Main: Taylor Hickson as Raelle Collar, a witch from a minor witch family line who enlists at Fort Salem, but who shows a surprising potential for work. Her mother was killed in combat while her father is revealed to be a civilian, something deeply frowned upon. Amelia Home as Sila, a second-year cadet at Fort Salem whom Raelle falls for, but who is evasive about her past. It is later revealed her surname is Ramshorn. Her parents were killed for being Dodgers, an illegal act of avoiding military conscription. Unbeknownst to everyone, she's part of the terrorist organization known as the Spree. Demetria McKinney as Anacostia Quartermain, a tough drill sergeant at Fort Salem. Jessica Sutton as Tally Craven, a witch who enthusiastically enlists at Fort Salem despite her mother's opposition due to all of Tally's aunts being previously killed in action. Ashley Nicole Williams as Abigail Bellweather, a proud enlistee at Fort Salem from the storied Bellweather witch family line. Renee as Sarah Alder Season 2, recurring Season 1, the commanding general of the United States Witch Armed Forces and the leader of Fort Salem. She is hundreds of years old, having negotiated the Salem Accords 300 years ago, but appears to be a middle-aged woman in the present day. Recurring: Catherine Luff Hagquist as Petra Bellweather, an ambitious, proud-by-the-book general in the U.S. Armed Forces, as Chief Intelligence Officer and Abigail's mother, Gail's mother. Diana Pavlovska as Willa Collar, Raelle's mother who was reportedly killed in combat before Raelle enlisted. Annie Jacob as Glory Moffat, a meek enlistee at Fort Salem and a friend of Tally's. Sarah Yarkin as Libaswide Season 1, a pugnacious enlistee at Fort Salem whose family has a long-standing feud with the Bellweathers. Kai Bradbury as Jarrett Buttonwood, a young man who visits Fort Salem and soon catches Tally's attention. Emily Leclerc as Isadora, a scientist, necro-teacher, and officer at Fort Salem. Tony Giroux as Adel, a member of the nomadic tribe of witches known as the Tarum, who brings his sister Khalida to Fort Salem for treatment when she becomes mortally ill from an infection. Kylie Brown as Khalida, a member of the nomadic Tarum tribe, and Adel's younger sister who is brought to Fort Salem for treatment of an unknown infection that threatens her life. Victor Webster as Blanton Silver Season 2, the Vice President of the United States of America. Arlen Aguayo Stewart as Nick Batten Season 2, a witch sergeant from Alder's Pasts. Melanie Barros as Penelope Silver Season 2, VP Blanton Silver's daughter who recently discovered she is a witch. As Helen Lozer as in Season 2, a non-binary coven leader at War College. Pranit Akila as Gregorio Season 2, a prospective match for Abigail. Guest: Cheryl Lee Ralph as President Kelly Wade, the civilian head of the U.S. government and thus Jen Alder's superior. She and Older clash over tactics and military operations in My Witches, Coop, a Tiffany. Nick E. Tarabay as Witchfather, the male head of the witch armed forces in a Biddy's life, Hale Beltane, Mother Mycelium, Bernadette Beck as Charvel Bellweather, Abigail's cousin who is about to get married in Bellweather's season, Brianna's favorite pencil. Naya Cummins as Bridie, a tough soldier that Petra Bellweather assigns as Abigail's bodyguard after a bloody attack on the Bellweathers in Up is Down, Witch Bomb. Marcy T. House as the Imperatrix, who is in charge of researching and maintaining witches' magical bloodlines in a Tiffany. Episodes. Series overview. Season 1 2020. Season 2 2021. Production. Development on the series began in August 2016 under the working title Motherland, and on June 5, 2018, a pilot had been ordered. On March 5, 2019, it was announced that Freeform had given the production a straight-to-series order for a first season consisting of 10 episodes. The series was created by Eliot Laurence, who was also expected to executive produce alongside Will Ferrell, Adam McKay, Kevin Messick, Maria Maganti, and Stephen Adelson. The pilot was also directed by Adelson. Production companies involved with the series were slated to include Freeform Studios and Gary Sanchez Productions. On May 14, 2019, an official trailer for the series was released. The series premiered on March 18, 2020. On May 19, 2020, Freeform renewed the series for a second season, which premiered on June 22, 2021. David J. Peterson, along with Jesse Sams, created the language known as Medish, which is spoken on the show by the Tarim and is described as an ancient witch language. Lawrence and his team knew of Peterson from his previous work on Game of Thrones and hired him to create the language for the show. Casting. Alongside the initial series announcement, it was reported that Taylor Hickson, Jessica Sutton, Amelia Holm, and Demetria McKinney had been cast in series regular roles. Kelsey Mulma, one of the leads in the original pilot, was recast. On March 28, 2019, it was announced that Ashley Nicole Williams had replaced Kelsey Mulma. On August 9, 2019, it was announced that Bernadette Beck would be guest starring in the series. On September 24, 2019, it was announced that Kai Bradbury would be joining the cast in a recurring role. On January 28, 2020, Sarah Yarkin was cast in a recurring capacity. On May 19, 2020, Lime Renee was promoted as a series regular for the second season. On May 27, 2021, Victor Webster, Melanie Barrows, Pranit Akilla, Eshab Moser, and Arlen Aguayo were cast in recurring roles for the second season. Filming for the pilot took place in July 2018. Principal photography for the first season began on April 22, 2019 and ended on August 23, 2019 in Vancouver, British Columbia. Filming took place in the Cloverdale area of Surrey, British Columbia, from May 9 to 10, 2019. Filming for the second season began on October 9, 2020 and concluded on April 1, 2021. International releases. Internationally, the show airs on Fox 8 in Australia, streams on Showmax in South Africa, and is exclusive to BBC Three and BBC iPlayer in the United Kingdom under the title Fort Salem. As of November 20, 2020, it has been released by Amazon Prime in France, Germany, Italy, Spain. Music. The music for the series is scored by Brandon Roberts. The album for the first season was released on March 20, 2020. Reception. Critical response. On Rotten Tomatoes, the series has an approval rating of 69% based on reviews from 16 critics, with an average rating of 6.37/10. The website's critical consensus states, despite a fine cast and impressive setup, Motherland, Fort Salem's ambitious ideas are overwhelmed by the sheer too muchness of it all. On Metacritic, it has a weighted average score of 49 out of 100, based on reviews from 7 critics indicating mixed or average reviews. Ratings. Season 1. Season 2.